this Arsenal team could actually dominate if they wanted to. Yes, people, then welcome back to RASenal TV. I hope you are all blessed and well on this Sunday afternoon. I give thanks to Jah Rastafari for the air in my lungs and for the life he gives me every single day. People, then I hope you are blessed. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, but we are 20 away from 300 subscribers. People, so help me get there. Smash the like button, smash the subscriber button if you're new as well. And let's get into this. As I said, I do believe that this Arsenal team could dominate if they wanted to. Why? Because we are set up nicely at the moment for the future. We still need some things to do in this transfer window, but just watching the Newcastle game alone, I'm thinking, okay, I've taken some little bits from there. You take a little bit of this, you take a little bit of Zubimendi, add it to Gyökeres, you take a little bit of Darman as a backup, slot him in behind Wanyeri in terms of like rotation, take his time, let him get through, let him find his feet. You take a little bit of Gyökeres and add his goals and add his, his mindset. You add an Eze to this as well, because, even Marina, even though he's not as mobile in the 8 as I'd want him to be, he's still a very good finisher. He's very efficient. He's very effective. But I was watching him play as well, and it's like, well, if maybe you're playing against a Newcastle side, we're going to talk about it. We're just going to get into it. If when you're playing against a Newcastle side and they're playing 4 at the back, 5 across the midfield, 1 up front, playing the ball from side to side is actually what they want. They're getting it to the wide areas where they feel it's least effective. The only person that's going to be effective on the right-hand side is someone of a Bukayo Saka, right? So they're not allowing you to play through the middle. And this is where I was thinking about Marino. Like I said, he's got a very, very good goal. The ball breaks in Newcastle's half. Kai Havertz knows who's Trossard on the left, plays it in for Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz backheels it for Marino to slot it in to actually equalize 1-1. Because we actually went 1-0 down. Started well. Alanga scores. Bit of a jammy finish, but it is what it is. But as I was watching the game, I'm watching Marino in the 8, and I'm thinking, you know who would be good there? Eberechi Eze. Because Eberechi Eze is being targeted for a more central position. So I'm asking myself the question, if we sign someone like an Eze, which gives us another dimension to unlock a 2 banks of 4, a 5 and a 4, or whatever it is, like literally parking the bus teams we're going to come up against, whether it's away from home, whether it's at the Emirates, these are how teams are going to set up against us, because they're not going to allow us to play football, because if they do allow us to play football, they'll get ripped apart. And you know what? Did the scoreline flatter Newcastle today? Maybe so. Do you know what I'm saying? Raya could have done better with the shot from Murphy. Like I said, their finish was a bit of a jammy goal. We started the game better, even though it was 5 minutes in. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But regardless, even coming up against these teams, you're going to need someone to unlock that. It was still a decent performance overall as well. Like I said, it was a very physical battle today in the game. Very, very physical battle. A lot of tackles flying in left, right, and center. And someone else that stepped up to that challenge was Martin Zubimendi, and he was class. He was very, very good today in midfield for preseason. The first game, I feel like he was finding his feet and everything else. But this game, I really started to see it. And because it was against Newcastle, because it was against a top team like Newcastle, it was, okay, this is going to be a test. Because no matter what it is throughout the season, Newcastle are going to be physical. They are going to be a very physical team at the end of the day. So I wanted to see what Zubimendi was like in this. Him and Jolinton were going at him in midfield, and I feel like he was the best out of the midfielders that played today on the pitch, in my opinion. Spraying balls left, right, and centre. There was a nice ball in the second half before he came off, actually, where he sprayed in a nice first-time ball to Martinelli, where he just gets round the back. Bends his run and gets round the back. It is just offside, but I'm seeing, okay, you like to progress the ball a lot. You like to defend the ball a lot. Ball winning ability is great. His passing ability is great. Now, I know it was very protracted of how long it took his transfer to come in, but actually seeing him play football, I'm seeing the level of player that we do have, because I didn't watch him at Real Sociedad. I'm not going to lie to you lot. I didn't watch him at Real Sociedad, but watching him now, excited to see what Martin Zubimendi can do. And the next game up is in Hong Kong against Tottenham, which is coming up on Thursday, I believe, or something like that. You understand? So if that is going to be our midfield six with Zubin or Rice in the eight, he can play in the eight as well. Because even if we sign Eze, Rice and Zubimenti and Martin Odegaard will start games 90% of the time, in my opinion. But to have either options of Eze coming off the bench, do you know what I'm saying? Like that is crazy. Wanyeri as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Norgard had a few minutes in the games as well in the game today as well. Didn't do nothing special, just mopped it up. To be fair, so yeah, but it's looking good. And of course, one of the main things that's going to help us dominate in the future is Victor Gyökeres, and he was unveiled to the crowd today in Singapore, and great ovation. You know, it's very good to see him mingling with the players already at the start of the game, sitting on the bench as well. It's just nice to see, and with someone that has that commitment, someone that's going to be linking up with the likes of Saka from the right hand side, linking up with the likes of Martinelli. I am hoping and praying. You know what, Berta? You've done brilliantly this summer. He's done absolutely brilliantly this summer. But okay, Eze is the next one. The last signing I need to come in. The last signing I need is a left winger. Left winger has to come in. Love Martinelli. Trossard is not too bad, but it's just not good enough. And I can't wait and hope and pray that Martinelli might get back to the form where he scored. I think it was the season before last season where he was absolutely brilliant. Bring me Rodrigo. And if you can get a link up with Gyökeres, Rodrigo, Saka, do you know what I'm saying? And behind that, you got Rice, Zubamendi, and Odegaard supporting you. Then behind that, you got Gabriel Saliba, Timber, or White with Lewis Skelly or Calafiori. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not looking too bad. Mosquera as well. Then you got David Raya behind that, who's becoming brilliant. And you got Kepa. Then look, everything's starting to look so much better. Then you got Havertz supporting Gyökeres on the right hand side. Even keep forgetting, we haven't even seen Madueke yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's someone I didn't even want here, but that's someone that's going to add something. The way everyone is talking about him, the way he's with the group, he seems like he's going to have a good time at Arsenal, Madueke, but we haven't seen him yet. But people, things do look good. Things do look good. It was a 3-2 win. 3-2 win versus Newcastle. And you know what? So far, so good. 2 wins out of 2. Yeah. 2 wins out of 2. Not too bad. Not too bad. Consider 2 goals. You'll get that. Happening pre-season. You're never gonna go any season without conceding goals. But good, and we're happy, and we move on to Hong Kong, where we take on Tottenham Hotspur in that North London derby. And people, how do you feel about the fact that we can see Victor Gyökeres and Mosquera as well, because he wasn't in the match day squad today, but to see them both make their debuts against Tottenham. So that's it, people. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new here. 20 away from 300 subscribers, so make sure we can get that. Make sure you smash a like on the video, and I'll be back tomorrow. Love and guidance, people. Peace.